Hello viewer, welcome to a new lecture of Java tutorial. In this lecture, we are going to cover an important topic of Java, that is exception.
Also share the playlist link of other Java topics on the comment section. You can refer from there.
So first of all, let us understand what is exception. Exception means is an unwanted event during the program execution, right? So that is known as exception.
So let us understand this by an example. So here what I am doing is I am dividing a number by another number, right? So I have taken two variables a and b. I will divide a by b. Here b's value is 0, right? So whenever I compile it give an exception, yeah, because I have not assigned the data type to a result, right? So let us assign it and recompile it. Okay, so now it compiled successfully. Now we can say it's giving an exception, right? What is the exception? It's a arithmetic type exception. Okay, so the message is division by 0, right? Because we are dividing the first parameter a by b. B's value is 0, that's why it's showing division by 0, right? And the exception also, line also it has shown, right? You can see exception.java colon 7, that means on 7th line it's giving exception. So now I'm changing the base value to anything else, right? So which can be divide the uh, age value, right? So let us see. Yeah, now you can see it's showing the result successfully. Now for this time it's not giving any exception because 10 can be divisible by 5, right? That's why 10 by 5 is 2. It's showing 2.
So now let us understand what is exception handling, right? So exception handling is a mechanism by which you can handle the exception, right? So let's suppose uh, what was happening earlier. We were running this type of program. So because of the exception at runtime, so it was not executing in the eighth line because the seventh line was giving the exception, right? So we have a way by which if in a line there will be exception, that it will not stop the program flow. Okay, so instead of it will handle that and execute the next lines, right? So that thing we can achieve by using the exception handling, right? So how it is by using the try catch, right? So what is the purpose of, right? Right. So try and catch, right? So these are the two block of codes we can say, right? So whatever the main logic we have to write inside the try block. Okay. If you have any clarity that lines can give exception anytime, right? So we have to put that lines inside try block. Okay, so that if that line will give any exception at any time, so instead of stopping the program flow, it will simply handle, right? How it will be handled? That will be handled by the catch block. Okay, so if this line will give any exception, then the control flow will go to the catch block, and whatever will be written inside the catch block that will handle, right? And you can have doubt that what is arithmetic exception? Arithmetic exception, this indicate that the exception type, right? So on this line, what type of exception it is? Arithmetic exception. So that's why we have to mention the exception class name, predefined it is, right? Then we have to write the object of that class name, right? It can be anything. You can give any name by your choice, right? So if you want to get the exact error message, right? Then by the help of object, you can call the get message method, which is already predefined in the arithmetic exception class, right? So then you can get to know the exception in detail, right? So let us see by running this on editor. So In this example, what I am doing, I have taken two number, right? A and B. Okay, so I am dividing A by B, right? Where B's value is 0, right? So I will divide here, result equal to A divided by B. Okay, so what were you expecting? That result variable will contain the division value, right? So earlier it was giving exception whenever we are running, right? But now what happened? Let us see. Okay, so since ninth line gives exception, right? Instead of stopping the control flow on ninth line, what it is doing? It is printing the gas plug and on 14th line also, whatever we have written. That line also executed, right? How? Because if there will be any exception, then that will be handled by catch block, right? Okay, so whatever written inside the catch block that will execute. Then on 14th line, right? So it is outside of try catch. Okay, so that's why first of all catch block will execute. Then whatever written outside of the try catch after try catch. Okay, so that lines will be executed, right? So that's why it first of all gives the exception, then printed that execution completed, right? On 14th line we have written that. Okay,